What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Big One Robles, aka Stan Nelson, bringing today another deck profile. This deck profile is it's a little bit different from what we used to be doing because it's actually to the request of one of the subscribers on our channel. He has to see like a sea monster deck, and so we kind of just put one together for him. Just fair warning, it's not like OP or like there's a lot of really good cards in it. Kind of just did the best that we could with what we had, and it also has a lot of room for like suggestion, so which is the main reason for this deck profile in general. Kind of helps spur conversation. So without further ado guys, we'll get right into the deck profile for you. So starting off with our turn zeros, 3 Jarebo State 1s. Pretty self-explanatory. You know, he's a 4-0 beat stick, and he combos really well with his Earth Dome Prison Jutsu. We also have Kiho. I really like this card. He says during your mission phase, you can discard one of your opponent's chakras. In that case, move the top card of your opponent's deck to the chakra area. And so he really helps mitigate when it comes to like people who play out of their chakra area, getting rid of the things that they need, throwing them to their discard pile. So he counters ambush pretty well. Additionally, like if you ever play like a free Dore deck, well, no, actually that's not true because you can hit from discard pile. But yeah, anyways, he really helps in that aspect. Tracking Ninja, again, just a really strong turn 0 water card as a 4-1 beat stick. And because it's a sea monster deck, we ran 2 of the sea monsters. This card's pretty decent. For the most part, he'll never be able to attack, but he can block, and so the fact that he's a 5-0, 5-0, just a really strong, powerful ninja, being able to deter your opponent from battle awards. Next, we got Hotaru. Pretty much a staple in any deck you look for, that you're playing. Again, you know, flip a coin. If heads, you get to draw a card. If tails, you put a growth coin on her. Then we went right into our turn 1s. Isaribi Sea Monster. She's a 2-3, so on turn 1, you know, 3 support's pretty decent. Hand cost is really not that big of a deal because most of these cards here actually have ambush. Additionally, valid, this ninja cannot be affected by your opponent's effects. Ninjas that do not have a water combat attribute. And in case you don't know what a water the combat attribute is, it's located in the bottom right hand corner of the card. And so hers is water. Most of the time your opponent's not going to have a ninja that has a water combat attribute, so she stays pretty safe. Played 1 Karin just because she helps heal your ninjas, and another kind of staple for most decks. Played 2 Kigiris. I like this card a lot because he can help negate your opponent's effects. He's a 3-2. It's a good 2-drop. Not much else to be said about him. Played 1 Yori Akado. This guy's pretty beastie. When you send an attack, you can select one of your opponent's ninjas in that case during the turn, and then the next turn, if that ninja is sent out to battle, you can discard up to 2 of your opponent's chakras. So he helps with chakra destruction. If you know, people need something to block with, you call their ninja, helps eat up chakra. I played 2 Ryuga. This card is okay. It's really not that great, but it says during your mission phase, you can reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a ninja card with ambush, you draw a card and you move it in. I'm sorry. Ninja card with ambush. Oh, a ninja card with ambush and a water symbol, you can move to your chakra area and then shuffle your deck if it's not a water ninja. So it just helps you bring more chakra to your field. And if you don't hit and you're not really drawing anything, it's always good to be able to shuffle your deck to hopefully switch up whatever's coming next. I played 1 to Yuya. This one, I like this one a lot. It says when this ninja wins any battle awards, discard 2 of your opponent's chakras. So if you're able to rush fast enough and get enough higher team powers out, and your opponent just has to give out those the battle awards, again, being able to hit your opponent's chakra is always very, very beneficial to the deck. I played 1 Utakata. This one's mainly just for the draw, because when he comes into play, you can play 2 water, discard 2 of your opponent's water chakras, and then draw a card. So again, he helps with getting rid of chakra, and then always drawing the card is always good. 3 Orochimaru Childhoods. If you don't know what this guy does, I feel sorry for you. He's one of those problem cards. He basically says your opponent doesn't get chakra. Anytime your opponent plays a mission card, that the chakra used to pay for it goes to the discard pile. Additionally, once that mission card resolves, that also becomes the discard pile. So he definitely hits there. It's a very, very good card. Causes a lot of problems. I know one of my teammates, he plays this card quite a bit, and every time he does, you know, it's one of the things I have to make sure to get rid of first. And then right into turn 4, so we only played 3. Amachi Sea Monster. Again, he has the same exact effect as Isaribi does. The only difference is he's a 6-2, so like a 6 ninja on turn 4, very strong. It's really hard to get past him. And again, you know, not being able to be affected by opponent's ninja's effects is really good. Turn 5, I played 2 Kisames. I like this guy because when he gets played from your hand, you discard 3 your opponent's chakras. So again, like kind of sticking with the theme, chakra destruction. Just because a sea monster deck really doesn't have viable jutsus for this specific ninja, it's always good to make sure you're hitting your opponent's chakra. So that's why I play him. Additionally, your opponent's jutsu cards cost 1 more to play, so that's always good. Making sure it forces your opponent to make sure that they have enough chakra, and then again with all the chakra destruction that the deck kind of is able to get, them playing jutsus becomes problematic for them. Last turn 6, I would have played like a second Hokage, but I really couldn't decide on one. So I decided to put Hanzo in. Hanzo's really cool because you can remove 7 cards from your discard pile. In that case, you win 1 battle ward. Additionally, he can be deployed from your discard pile. So, you know, he's kind of a sneaky card if people aren't really watching for him. He's also a 7-3, so he's very, very strong. Can use all the jutsus in the deck. But he also, like I said, he can help you net 1 battle ward just during your mission phase. Right into missions, guys, we got 2 Brokes. Broke's awesome. It's a counter permanent 2, and basically says every time your opponent draws 1 or more cards, due to their effects,
you discard that
you
many
basically
cards.
discard that many. So
Randomly?
Yeah, randomly. So if they hit like NEL on turn 1, fucking you just broke them, boom. So they're drawing 3, but at the same time they gotta discard 3 randomly. So a lot of the really good early draw mission cards, this is a great counter for that. I played 2, a Dark Message. It's kind of an obscure card, but it says look at the top 2 cards of your deck, move any of them to the bottom of your deck, and move the rest to the top of the deck in any order, then draw 1 card. So basically what it does is you just look at the top 2 cards of your deck, you pick one that you really like, that you could use right then and there, and then just basically you hit it to your hand. The rest go to the bottom. So good card. I mean, it's not obviously a card you would see in really any deck, but because again, kind of just put the deck together for you guys, that's why I threw it in. And it's early, so. I played 2 Stolen Bodies. I really like this card. Stolen Body says move the 2 cards from your opponent's chakra area to the discard pile, then draw 1 card. So again, you're looking at chakra destruction. It's pretty early chakra destruction, and then again you get to draw 1 card, so always helpful. And of course, you know, like any good water player, you would play Monster Research. This is the procs for it. Monster Research, self-explanatory. Top 4, your opponent makes 2 teams, and you took 1 to your hand. So, good stuff there. Other missions is Friendship from Sorrow. Basically, look at the top 3 cards of your deck, puts 1 to your hand, puts 1 to your chakra, and then puts 1 to your discard pile. Just another really good way to get what you need, and because it's water, ambush is pretty much in every ninja, and so being able to just drop one of the ninjas that you draw into your chakra area is never a problem. Additionally, during your mission phase, this card is in your chakra area. You can remove this card and another card from your chakra area and discard 1 in play non-ninja card. So basically, if your opponent has like a permanent mission card in play, you're able to snipe that. If they have a client in play, you're able to snipe that. So this is always a good option in the water. Last turn 3, the last missions, I played Moment of Weakness. This card is really, really cool. Move 1 of your opponent's ninjas with the lowest entrance cost to their chakra area, and then if that ninja had entrance cost is 0, you can move this mission card back to your hand. So it definitely gets rid of problematic ninjas, especially if they kind of all have the same ninjas with like the same entrance cost. You're able to snipe one of those, and then also for like their early trump blockers, you're able to snipe that, and then that card and this comes back to your hand. So I really like Moment of Weakness. I probably would main board this in like a really competitive water deck. If not, definitely a sideboard card. So right into jutsus, guys, we got the Earth Style Barrier, Earth Dome Prison. This also eats chakra, discards your opponent's chakras, and then you can move up 2 cards from your discard pile to your chakra area, and it has Expert Jirobo, so if Jirobo uses it, if your opponent has 3 or less chakra, you did draw 1 card. So that's why I run 3 of the turn 0 draw Jirobos to combo with this card, also helping you draw into what you need. Also played Water Prison Jutsu. This card is just good in general. Unless you can play it out of your chakra area, and then it's one of the very few Water Prison, the Water Jutsus that can be played out of your chakra area without you having no cards in your hand. It targets 1 back ninja and basically makes their mental power and their power 0/0. So drops the team power pretty well. It's a good alternative for like against mental power decks. Overall, it's a pretty decent card. And then I played Snakebind. This card's complete garbage, but again, I was just kind of filling up spots. But Snakebind costs 1. It says target every ninja in the user's team. The target becomes a standby ninja. If the user has a water symbol, plays with 1 growth point on the target. So let's just say, for instance, like you have a bigger team and your opponent is less than you, and they try to Fear by Genjutsu you or something like that. You can play Snakebind. They're gonna get 2 battle wards, but at least your team stays protected. And then, you know, you put a growth point on every single one of those ninjas. So it makes your team a little bit bigger. This is definitely not a card that I would suggest playing in a competitive deck, but you can have a lot of fun with it if played correctly. And then because it's a sea monster deck, the final jutsus that we have highlighted here are Water Style Great Cannonball Jutsu. This is basically just a Howl on Crack. The requirements is sea monster, but it targets 1 ninja battling. One ninja on the field, like being sent out. So you can howl like a ninja away from you that's not battling technically against you to help protect your other teams, which is why I really like it. There was another sea monster jutsu that basically puts like a token sea monster in your team, but I just didn't think it was really worth it, considering this card can be played also with the turn 0 sea monster, because he does say sea monster on the card. But yeah, so I mean, it's kind of an obscure deck. It's really not viable like in tournament play. But if you're just looking for something that's not the meta, if you are an archetype player, this is definitely a fun deck to take a look at. I'm open to like suggestions for the deck, obviously, just because it would be cool to see this deck be somewhat competitive. But this was really mainly for the guy who asked for it on the channel. I hope you enjoyed what you saw here today, guys. Again, it was really hard to kind of put this together just because I wasn't really expecting to make a Sea Monster deck. I know we had talked about Sea Monster in an earlier video, and I kind of made the joke of, you know, oh, let's make a Sea Monster deck, and then, you know, it kind of snowball affected from there. So yeah, it's a fun deck, guys. Definitely take a look at it. If you have questions about the deck, obviously let us know here at the channel. Again, if you guys are part of the Naruto Facebook group, definitely PM me there. You can also PM my team members, who are Zenosis619, aka Nick Brown, and Foggy, aka Andrew Nakla. We're always happy to help you guys out with any questions you have concerning the card game. Additionally, we are also on Twitter, so make sure you check us out on Twitter, where we leave polls for upcoming events, leave polls for like things you guys want to see us do, and so on and so forth. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. It was a fast deck tech, but yeah, it's a fun deck. Definitely hit that like button, and make sure to tell your friends about us, subscribe to the channel, and for those of you keeping the Naruto CCG dream alive, we salute you.